Hey, what's up guys? My name is Alec Garza. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Black Widow. Long-awaited movie we've all been waiting for a few years now. Definitely think it should have been made before Endgame, but nonetheless, I am very happy that this movie has come out and that they made the movie at all. I've always thought she was a badass character, but I think a lot of that comes from Scarlett Johansson. Like, Scarlett Johansson is a badass, so her playing this role just makes it even more badass. And I was excited to see more of her story in this film. This movie is set right after Civil War with Natasha Romanoff trying to plan her next move, and in comes her little sister, who has been a Black Widow this whole time, but recently has awoken from her mind control to go and seek out her sister. Natasha gets a card from her, I believe. I forgot what it was, like a picture, which gives her location, and this causes a huge family reunion. And basically this whole movie is a family reunion and coming to grips with your past and trying to figure out what to do with your future. And for the most part, I really enjoyed that story. I think it was very funny, charming, and heartfelt. My favorite scenes in this movie are when the whole family's together and they're just bickering at the dinner table. I thought that was hilarious. I loved the supporting cast. They all did an amazing job, especially Black Widow's little sister. She was amazing in this movie. I can't wait to see what she does next. I'm excited for what they're setting up, but before we even get into all that, I just want to give some pros real quick about the movie. The action was really fun. There's a lot more action than I ever thought there would be in this movie. It felt like Winter Soldier. It felt like a Bourne movie almost. Just a lot of cool secret agent combat stuff going on in the entire film, and that was really fun. I loved the performances. I think every cast member brought it in every scene. They definitely had a lot of really good chemistry between each other, and I'm excited to see these actors in more Marvel films for sure. I liked the humor, and I liked how fun it was and how it was a great singular story. It wasn't too big. It wasn't trying to set up a bunch of stuff. It was just, this is Black Widow's story. This is going to give her closure. She went through all this. She needs to end this. She's going to help other people not go through that same thing. And I like that story. You know, I don't need a whole trilogy with this character. I think this story is strong enough to stand on its own, and it's probably the best story they could have told with Black Widow. There's some other stories they could have gone with, but I think for this MCU, this fits in perfectly. Okay, so those are my compliments and my pros. I do have two big cons. My biggest one is Taskmaster. All right, if you know about the comics, you know why that's a big con. For people who are just general audience who don't know anything about Taskmaster, they might have enjoyed this new version of Taskmaster, but this is definitely a huge departure from the original Taskmaster from the comics. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it's the name Taskmaster, but the MCU did not care to bring this character to life. And I guess it is kind of a funny name, like, I'm the Taskmaster. Oh, like, I don't think it's that scary. So they butchered that character because in the comics, he could go toe-to-toe with anybody. He's actually a guy, and he could go toe-to-toe with anyone. He could copy their moves and just fight them. He's a really durable, really fun villain who just comes in and out every now and then, and is just always hired by the best criminals to go do their work. This version kind of disposes of the Taskmaster completely. Like, we're not going to see him again. We're not going to see this Taskmaster again. She becomes a good guy at the end. So that's just kind of a buzzkill because they could have done a lot more with the character. And honestly, that character they had in the movie didn't even need to be Taskmaster. It could have been just somebody else. Like, it felt too original of a character to even make him a Taskmaster. To even make that person be called Taskmaster is almost no point. But I will say the trailers did get me excited to see Taskmaster on the screen because I'm like, wow, how are they going to do this? Well, what kind of Taskmaster is this going to be? And I was slightly disappointed with the reveal. I'm not too mad about it because, I mean, MCU, I cut them breaks a lot, but that is something I was slightly frustrated with, and I can see why other people are frustrated with it. But general viewers, I don't think they're going to give a damn that this isn't the comic accurate Taskmaster, okay? My girlfriend said that he looks like Power Ranger, so that was kind of funny. But besides that, I think they could have blacked out the costume and not gone with the original characters. I think that character should just been a whole original character with a different name and everything. She did not need to be Taskmaster, okay? And so my other con is Black Widow herself. I don't think she had enough dialogue. I felt like the movie was setting up her sister and the supporting cast a lot more and telling their story rather than telling Scarlet Widow's story, or Black Widow's story more, you know? So for her to have her own solo film, I definitely just wanted a little bit more dialogue from her, get more insight into her. You know, I know she's a badass, and it's really hard to flesh out a badass character, you know? So I think they really relied on the supporting cast to kind of complement her character and to bring more out of her. But besides that, the movie is a fun time. Am I in a rush to go watch it right away again? No, but was it an enjoyable solo film from Marvel and made me happy to be back in the movie theaters? Of course. I think it has a lot of cool action. It's got a lot of nice jokes that land. I think people will laugh. And I think overall, it's a win for Marvel. It's one of their better solo movies, and I think you should definitely check it out. Whether you want to watch it at home or at the theaters, I don't think it's a movie you need to go run to the theaters to go see. I think it's just up to you. You know if you're a Marvel fan, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's one of the better Marvel films, I'll tell you that much. And I'll say that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching it in the theaters. So you let me know what you thought about Black Widow. What was your favorite part? What was your least favorite part? My favorite part was when Black Widow fights all those girls in that room. I thought that was sick, and I was excited to see that. It reminded me of Jet Li when he fought a bunch of people. I forget what movie it's called. I want to say it's Kiss of the Dragon. I want to say it's that movie where he goes and fights a bunch of people in a dojo, all these karate men. That's sick. It reminded me of that. And my other favorite scene was the dinner scene where the mom is like, quit slouching. She's like, I'm not slouching. And the Red Guardian's like, listen to your mother, listen to your mother. I thought that was funny. One last comment before I move on. Red Guardian didn't have a scene where he beats the shit out of a lot of people. I wanted one scene where Red Guardian just goes ham and just berserks through and beats up a lot of people. We didn't really get that, but it's okay. But that is a con. It could have made the film better. So coming out of the theater, I wanted to give this movie an 8. I really, really enjoyed it. But as I've given it more thought and time, I give it a 7.5. 7.5 is not bad at all, alright? Before you start getting all crazy on me. 7.5 is a good score. I feel like I gave out a lot of really nice, easy scores in the past, so I'm trying to work on that and not be so nice. I'm just a huge Marvel fanboy and I love movies, so it's hard for me not to enjoy the movie, but this one I feel more comfortable saying it's a 7.5, maybe an 8, but 7.5 I think fits real well. I would give, maybe Ant-Man a 7, Thor Ragnarok would be like a 9 to me. Civil War is another 9 to me. Infinity War is a 10, of course, and I don't give a damn what you say. Endgame is a 10 to me as well. So that's kind of my ratings right there. An 8 would be like Iron Man, maybe would be an 8. Iron Man 3 could be an 8. Spider-Man No Way Home would be a 9. Spider-Man Homecoming could be an 8. I'm a little all over with my scale, but you guys catch the drift. But 7.5 is not bad at all. So there's just some room for improvement in some areas, and I'm not in an immediate rush to go watch this again, but it is a very solid, fun movie all on its own. So check it out. Let me know what your rating is for the movie in the comments below. What was your favorite scene? What do you think they could have done better? And what were you impressed with in this movie? So let me know, sound off. Love to hear your thoughts. My name's Alec Garza. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it if you want. It really helps out my channel, and I thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you watching this. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.